Good evening and welcome to the SMC Pavilion in Santa Monica, California for what should be a great night of college basketball on the SMC TV Sports Network. Tonight, the visiting Glendale College Vaqueros take on the Santa Monica Corsairs in what should be an awesome matchup. Good evening, everybody. I am Scott Lieberman, and to my right is my partner in crime, Kelly Clement. Kelly, who are the key players that should get it done tonight for the Santa Monica Corsairs?
Yeah, Scott. So the Santa Monica Corsairs have a relatively young team this season. However, that did not stop them from having a lot of standout players. So I'm going to highlight a couple. First and foremost, freshman and starter Teddy Parham. So he's been leading the team in points per game at 11.4 points, and also leading the team in assists. One thing I want to bring up with Teddy that I think is a quality all athletes should have is he's been consistently building this entire season. So you can see in his stats, his assists, his points per game, his rebounds, everything's been going up. And to me that really shows that he looks at what do I need to improve on or what am I doing well, and he's learning and growing from that. Also sophomore Kyle Young on the Corsairs. He is their top rebounder, 127 rebounds just this season yet. And he's standing at a short 6'9", so I'm looking forward to seeing what the Corsairs are going to bring to the table, not only tonight, but the rest of the season as well.
Great, thanks, Kelly. And how about these Vaqueros? What are the, who are the key players that we need to watch tonight?
The key player for the Vaqueros is going to be Andre Banton. He is averaging 18.1 points per game, which is insane, especially at a young, playing level like this. But also, he's at the leaderboard for the entire conference at number 7.
Great. Well, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Let's get this party started.
All right, let's go.
All right, our starting lineup for the Santa Monica Corsairs are number 0, Chiendu Igianu, number 1, Teddy Parham, number 14, Amitai Afanjar, number 15, Kyle Young, and number 21, Chaston Mountain. For the Glendale Community College Vaqueros, number 0, Stephen Hubel, number 2, Eric Ting, number 22, Isaac Eder, number 24, Andre Banton, and number 32, Tarek Williams. Just getting the tip-off underway. That is Kyle Young for the Santa Monica Corsairs, getting ready to do his thing. Kyle Young and Tarek Williams, ball in favor of the Corsairs. Teddy Parham with the ball. Pass to Chaston Mountain, back to Parham. Mountain with a shot off the rim.
Rebound Santa Monica.
Oh, and it's good. Chiendu Igianu.
Starting out hot.
Yeah. Andre Banton with the ball. Stephen Hubel puts it up. Oh, rebound. Teddy Parham. Knocks it out of his hands. Parham remains control of the ball.
Number two, Eric Ting right there. He's an excellent defenseman. You'll see him kind of move around. He's got quick feet. Vaqueros back with the ball.
Eric Ting with the ball. And the Vaqueros get their first 2 of the game. That's number 24, Andre Banton, their star player with 18.1 points per game.
And it looks like that was a 3 right there for them.
Oh, they counted it as a 3. Parham with the ball. Back to Mountain. Mountain to Young. Oh, pass around the perimeter. Rebound, and it is good. And 1. For number 14, Amitai Afanjar going to the line for the free throws.
One thing that you can see already that we've been already seeing this whole season, the Corsairs pass very quickly, very efficiently.
It is very important, especially getting around the perimeter and getting it to the bucket. Good if it goes, and it's good. 5-3 Corsairs early in the first half. It's number 2.
Eric Ting carrying it down all the way.
Out of bounds, favor of Glendale ball, tipped by Santa Monica.
Another player in the intro I didn't mention for the Vaqueros, but Eric Ting, like I just said before, he's really versatile in a lot of positions. He does play guard, but he's got very quick feet.
There's Chiendu Aguianu, and it's
good.
Shot goes in. Agent Zero.
Oh. Back with the Corsairs. Nice rebound.
Big man underneath gets his own rebound, and it's in the hoop. Number 15, Kyle Young, with 7.5 rebounds per game coming into this, proving that it is not a fluke.
And that 6'9" isn't as short as we thought.
No.
He's getting those rebounds.
That's like 3 of me.
Yeah.
All right, number 24, Andre Benton, outing the ball from his own side. SMC playing press coverage. Having trouble finding somebody, finally gets it into Ting. Ting moving it up the court. Trying to find a guy. Underneath, and a foul. Andre Zarabian, number 35, going to the line. Shooting 2.
10-3 right now. Corsairs up.
Now Zarabian has 5.1 rebounds per game. He's the tallest player on their team.
And for the other side on SMC, Kyle Young, he's in the leaderboard for the entire conference. He's number 10 overall with rebounds. So he is one of those top rebounders. Like I said, 127 so far this season.
Very impressive. Makes both shots. You know, in the NBA, they like fouling the taller players because they miss him mostly. But this kid, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, definitely. And that's key to be able to, you know, if you can't get the shot, you got to be able to rebound it, though, too.
Oh, yeah. Turnover by Ting. And it's good. Stephen Hubel with the 2. We have an on-the-court timeout. Corsairs in the ball. Teddy Parham. Parham back to Mountain. Mountain to Igianu. Igianu back to Mountain. Mountain to Parham. Parham up for a 3. Good if it goes in.
Wow.
Nothing but net for the 3. Corsairs extend their lead by 6, 13-7, with 16 and change to go in the first half.
Corsairs playing a little bit more of a perimeter game than we're used to as well.
Yeah, and they're playing press. They're not giving up. Killer instincts, these boys.
Nice mid-range shot. All right, that was Isaac Etter for the Glendale Community College. Nice.
Glendale with the rebound underneath. That's the big man, Andre Zarabian. Zarabian to their star player, Andre Benton. Back to Zarabian. Zarabian for 3. Off the back.
Little short.
Santa Monica ball. Coming this way.
Already a fast-paced game going on right now.
Yeah, like you were saying before, Santa Monica, they're covering all parts of the perimeter. They're passing the ball around, showing that it is indeed a team game to get this win. That's what you got to keep doing in order to take this game.
And Chaston Mountain, he's definitely a leader for the Corsairs.
Ajafar to Agent Zero, up for the 3, off the rim. Young with the rebound, gets his own rebound, struggling underneath, but gets fouled.
Young just doesn't give up, he keeps at it.
He's clearly going to be a huge threat tonight for this Glendale defense.
We see Coach Joshua Thomas trying to talk to the ref out there. Oh, nope, he's calling the play now. Okay.
Shooting 2 for Young. Off the side of the rim right there. Players giving him some moral support.
A lot of communication going on between the teams and the coaches right now.
I was going to say commotion.
You're right. Or commotion. Communication, commotion. Guess they intersect a little.
Makes his second bucket for the free throw. Eric Ting with the ball. Back to Isaac Eder. Eder trying to figure out something to do with it as these Corsairs play press. Ting is fouled. Excuse me, Stephen Hubel is fouled.
It'll be interesting to see if we see some more three-point shots from the Vaqueros, because that's one thing they'd like to capitalize on.
Yes, I've noticed they're as a team, they're shooting a high percentage of three-pointers this season.
Well, last season they actually broke the school record for the most threes in a season.
They're like the mini Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, right? Got a Steph Curry out there.
Yep. Eder with the ball. Ball to Ting. Eder with the three, off the rim. Goes up for the rebound and does not get it. Looks like Glendale ball going to out it.
Couple subs right now. We got Andre Banton coming in for Eric Ting. And for the Corsairs, we also have a sub coming in.
Dejon Hughes, number 3.
And
Hughes
also,
with the ball, has an immediate impact. Oh, but it's off the backboard. Chaston Mountain getting his own rebound. Looks like a little struggle underneath, and the foul.
sorry about that. The sub before for the SMC was number 11, Lucas Zeman. He's now in for the Corsairs.
Number 1, Teddy Parham outing the ball. Chaston Mountain with the ball, calling point. Back to Mountain. Mountain to Parham.
Oh,
Parham
and we got
to
Lucas.
Zeman for the 3. Nothing but net. They are piling it on
Comes
right now.
right in, gets a 3. I love it.
That's Stephen Hubel bringing the ball in for the Vaqueros. Takes his shot, and it's good.
Nice mid-range shot there.
Beautiful. That makes a 17-11 game right now. 6 points in favor of the Corsairs. And now Glendale starting to play a little bit of press. Chaston Mountain with the ball to Dejon Hughes. Hughes for the 3. Good!
And he's got it.
They are on fire tonight. This is a great substitution
Coach
right off
Joshua-
the bench.
Coach Joshua Thomas, he wants to keep things going. He's like, all right, we got the shot. Let's get back on defense, you guys. We gotta get back.
No showboats.
No, exactly.
Underneath, that is Andre Banton, Mr. 18.1 PPGs. Got Teddy Parham calling point right now for the Corsairs. Brings it up to Zeman. Zeman back to Mountain. Mountain takes a 3. Oh, off the bucket. Dejon Hughes gets the rebound.
All right, time to slow things down, Joshua Thomas is saying.
Hughes to Mountain. Mountain back out.
And
That
Zeman with the
is
shot.
Affinjar for the 3.
sorry. Sorry about that. That was my mistake.
That's all right. That's Andre Banton making his move. Up. Get their own rebound. And that's Trage Floyd with the rebound and the shot and bucket.
Teddy Parham right at the perimeter. Passes it off to Mountain.
Mountain with the ball. Mountain to Parham. Parham dribbles up for the 3. Oh, off the rim, but they get a rebound. Lucas Zeman for the 3. Off. Get another rebound. Zeman back up again. Oh! And Glendale stays in it, gets the rebound out to Andre Banton. Banton bringing the ball up court for his boys. It's number 22, Isaac Eder. Eder to Stephen Hubel. Hubel to Banton. Arabian sets a pick. Isaac Eder up and good.
That was an actual nothing but net. Barely touched the net there.
Glendale closes the score to 4 points. It's 22-18 in favor of your Corsairs. That's Dejan Hughes, number 3 with the ball. Underneath, out to Zeman. Zeman up, off the rim. Eder with the rebound. Eder brings it up. And we have a foul called.
Oh, traveling right there. All right.
Tresh Floyd with the travel.
Couple subs coming in. We got Eric Ting coming back in for Glendale.
Teddy Parham bringing the ball out for his Corsairs.
One more sub coming in.
Dacare Hughes in for the Corsairs. Ins it to Hughes. Hughes calling point. Hughes to Parham. Parham to the other Hughes. Dejan up. Off the rim. Glendale gets the rebound. Eric Ting with the ball, calling point right now. Ting to Banton. Banton to Kadatian. Ting with the ball, trying to figure out what to do with it. Clock is running down, out of bounds on the Glendale College Vaqueros. Ball back with the Corsairs. That is Zeman inning the ball to Dacare Hughes. Hughes bringing it up. Back to Zeman. Zeman to Parham. Parham up for his shot, and it's in.
Oh, nice shot by Teddy.
Great shot. 24-18 in favor of the Corsairs. Fast break the other way for the Vaqueros. That is number 20, Tresh Floyd for the 2.
Glendale's doing great with those mid-range shots, and those can be tough ones to get right there.
Oh, yeah. Dacare Hughes with the ball. To Zeman. Oh, out of bounds. Corsairs, ball to Glendale.
Looks like they were passing to you there, Scott.
I would have taken a shot from here. I probably would have made it, too, with my luck.
A little bit of a half-court shot distance there.
We got a on-the-court timeout right now. Kelly, what do you see so far up to this point in this game? We have 10:27 to go in the first half. It is a close game with a 6-10 Glendale College team coming into a 10-7 Corsair team. Glendale has yet to win on the road this season, mind you. How do you predict taste of things to come?
Well, they're pretty neck and neck right now. So they're going, one team gets the lead, we go back, and you can tell both teams are giving it their full effort right now. They already look gassed out there, and it's not even halftime yet, but they're going to keep at it. So.
Sure. Yeah, these teams seem to be going at each other's throats, and you got to like the competitiveness between both teams. It's a close game. It is definitely something of a top 10 game.
Oh, yeah, and they're pretty close in their points per game, the average. Glendale's at 71.1, SMC 76.9.
We have Eric Ting playing point right now, bringing the ball up, calling his play. That's to Andre Banton. Banton with his shot, and it's good. In the bucket. Cutting the Corsair lead to 2. We got 24-22 Corsairs with 10 and change to go in the first half. It's Teddy Parham with the ball to Dejan Hughes. Hughes figuring out what to do with the ball. Dribbles left, dribbles right. Going around. Oh, we have
a lot of excitement over there on Glendale's bench.
That too, yes, very much indeed. We have a foul called on Glendale.
We got head coach Jalizian. He was trying to get them information for defense and stop them from going up the middle right there.
Yeah, with the charge that the Corsairs are bringing today, you gotta make sure your defense is paying attention to be able to guard these kids.
Because they were also moving pretty fast too, so you got to keep up with that.
All of a sudden, it got very quiet in the arena.
I think we're the only two talking right now.
Most likely. Teddy Parham inning the ball. Out to Dacare Hughes. Hughes making his moves. Hughes to the other Hughes. Other Hughes up.
Oh,
Off the rim. Rebounded by Trej Floyd. Followed by Tevin Kudetian, who now has the ball. Kudetian out to Ting. Ting up.
ooh,
Layup.
ooh. Eric Ting keeps surprising me.
He does. He may be small, but the kid is fast. I mean, reminds me of Muggsy Bogues in his
Yeah.
day.
He's ferocious. That's literally the word I'm going to describe him as.
Very much. Daiquiri Hughes with the ball. Juking left and right. Oh, and it's a three. Hit by number 14, Amitai Effinjar.
This is what I'm saying, Scott. Back and forth. I mean,
It's a shootout. This could be like the Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the Rams, as long as that happens.
I'm looking forward to seeing a little pre-Super Bowl action here.
Oh, yeah.
I do hope it's the Chiefs and the Rams, though, if it's anything like their previous game.
Yes. And just to make my dad happy, his Eagles.
I mean, I'm a Packers fan, but
Yeah.
lost that hope a
We
little
know how
bit ago.
that turned out. And for my Redskins, too. We have Eric Ting shooting 2 from the line. Ting is hitting 10.3 points per game, and it's no secret to his success is going to the rim. Hits his first shot, cutting the Corsair lead to 3. Excuse me, 2.
And if the Corsairs can bring this one home tonight, that's going to make their winning streak. They're capped at 2 right now. If they win tonight, it will be a 3 winning streak for them.
That could be special. You know, students will be in good moods
Oh,
come after holiday break.
They won't be as sad going back to classes then.
Definitely not. Ting hits his second, 2 for 2, cuts the Corsair lead to 1. Daiquiri Hughes calling point right now. Oh, stolen by Mr. Isaac Etter, up for the layup, fast break and in.
So Hughes lost a little control there with the ball, and got to make sure Corsairs slow it down just a little bit.
He did, and Glendale takes their first lead of the game tonight, 28-27 Vaqueros. Hughes with the ball, looking very focused. Teddy Parham takes it back, jukes right, up for the lay.
Rebound Corsairs, oh.
Rebound Hughes, that is Daiquiri Hughes for the 2. Corsairs regain the lead. Andre Banton taking underneath. Up, easy in. We've had 2 lead changes in the last 15 seconds, folks. This is a shootout for sure. Teddy Parham calling point for the Corsairs. Eric Ting guarding him. Parham round to Echevar.
They like going to Afanyar on the outside right there.
Afanyar.
But he's successful there too, so he's been making a lot of shots there.
All right, Chaston Mountain. There's a name we haven't heard a lot of tonight. Being sarcastic, of course. He is outing the ball right now for the Corsairs. That's out to Daiquiri Hughes. Hughes makes his move, takes his shot.
A little
off
short.
the rim. Banton with the rebound. Fast break the other way. Trej Floyd in and out. You got Chaston Mountain up for his layup, and he's gonna shoot 2 with a foul.
Both teams are moving at a very quick pace tonight, which isn't a bad thing. However, I do think you gotta slow things down a little bit because
Sure, especially when you have the lead, milk the clock a little bit. When you have a lead by, 3 or more points, you can always milk the clock little by little at a time, and that usually adds up. And when you have a
Definitely.
good, clear shot, you take it. That's Chaston Mountain at the line, takes his first shot. First one is in. Andre Zarabian back in the game for the Vaqueros. Misses his second free throw.
back with the Corsairs.
Rebounded by Zeman. Mountain up, gets fouled again. Looks like he's going to go back and shoot 2 more, make up for the second missed shot.
A lot of fouls this game.
Yeah, well, I think the fouls are what's slowing this game down.
Definitely. So then they feel like they have to make up for that and keep it up.
Sure. Mountain's first shot from the line. Nothing but net. 31-30 in favor of the Corsairs with 7 and change left in the first half. Mountain's going to take his second shot from the line. Good if it goes. Oh, it's off. And they get another rebound again. Same plays. That's Daiquiri Hughes with the ball. Eli DeGreat coming in the game, number 23. Coming back around. Daiquiri Hughes to DeGreat. DeGreat to Hughes. Hughes to Mountain. Mountain to Hughes. Hughes up for his shot. Off the rim. Rebounds, Arabian. Ting. Up to Eder. Eder back to Ben. Oh, we have a little bit of a clothesline right there on Daiquiri Hughes.
And we got Teddy Parham coming back in for the Corsairs. Timeout.
Timeout on the court. Okay, folks, we have about 6:47 left to go. Corsairs have a 1-point lead, Kelly. What needs to happen for the Corsairs to maintain a lead, and what needs to happen for the Vaqueros to pull off the upset?
Definitely. So one thing I'll say is if they are going to keep getting the fouls, they just got to keep consistent with their free throws, which they are. Mountain actually is an excellent free throw. He's got a 76.9% right now, so which is pretty great, you know, because some people can be pretty inconsistent with free throws. So that shows that he's pretty consistent with that. So if they can keep up with that, like I said before, though, on each side, take a deep breath, slow things down a little bit. We're not even done with the first half, so conserve that energy a little bit too for the second half. But otherwise, you know, if the Vaqueros can keep hitting those mid-range shots, that's going to be key for them. SMC, you know, they're kind of really trying to drive it in, get those layups too. So if they can continue to get those and get those fouls from it, make the free throws, then that's going to keep them neck and neck. But
Definitely. And their coach of the Vaqueros has some pedigree too. What's he most famous for with the school?
So, well, he's actually, ironically enough, played for both the high school, or he's coached for the high school he played at and the current college team he's playing at. And he broke a record while he was a player. He holds the most career assists.
That is an impressive feat. Ben with the ball. Out to Eder. Eder to Zarabian. Zarabian to Ting. Ting back underneath to Stephen Hubel, and we have a foul. So yeah, you were saying he has most assists. I believe it was 436 assists all time.
And it actually was most assists in individual games as well. So not only overall, but even in the single game. And he also made it to the Elite Eight as well while he played for the Vaqueros.
Wow. He knows what he's doing over there.
He
Clearly
does.
shows on the scoreboard. I mean, the Corsairs got to be favored in this game, especially since they're home and the Vaqueros haven't won on the road yet.
It can be tough when you're away. But they brought it tonight. You can
Or
tell.
when your backs are when your backs are against the wall and you're 6-10, nothing to lose.
Exactly. They're just like, we're going full throttle now. And you can, I mean, the energy is there and they're not slowing down. Especially Eric Ting right there.
Definitely not. 31-31 in favor of both teams. All right, we got Chasta Mountain with the ball. Mountain to Zeman. Zeman up for three. Good if it goes. Oh, it's off the rim. Rebound, Glendale. Stephen Hubel bringing it up as point to Ting. Ting back to Hubel. Hubel to Ting. Ting to Banton. Banton to Ting. Good if it goes. Air ball. Rebound, Nick Young. Excuse me, Kyle Young. That is number 23, Eli DeGreat, with 2 for the layup for the Corsairs. 33-31.
Those are those drives I was saying before. If they can keep up with those, they're going to take quite the lead.
It's all about the breaks. Zarabian with the ball. Out to Hubel. Hubel over to Ting. Ting fakes his shot. Underneath to Hubel. Hubel to Zarabian. Zarabian for three. Oh, out of the air again.
these Corsairs are playing some tight defense too, and that's why it's putting the Vaqueros in this position where maybe they are airballing it or not heading the shots because their defense is just man-to-man and they're moving around.
Oh yeah, and trying to keep it in was Tarek Williams, who just went to the bench. We have a sub for him. That's Trej Floyd. Young underneath, up, good if it goes, drops in, and that's 35 for the Corsairs in this first half.
Kyle Young is a very composed player as well too, and I think that's what helps him as well.
I think he knows he's the most dominant force on the course right now. That's Ban up for three. Off. Rebound to Great. DeGreat brings it up. DeGreat to Parham. Parham up and in for the layup. The give and go.
Corsairs up 37 to 31 right now. If they can keep building on this, they're going to take quite the lead.
Ting with the ball to Banton. Banton to Ting. Ting back to Banton. Up top to 20, Trej Floyd. Trej to Ting. Ting back to Floyd. Floyd out to Banton. Looks like we have a travel on Mr. Floyd.
You can tell that the energy on the Corsairs bench too is steadily increasing as well.
Sure. As long as you get better as the game goes on, that's how you finish. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Chaston Mountain bringing the ball up court with Lucas Zeman not far behind. To Zeman. Zeman, gets fouled. Looks like he's going to go to the line and shoot two.
A little slow to get up, but looks like he's doing okay. Always like to see someone from the other team helping someone up.
Yeah, I like the camaraderie on the court. There's good sportsmanship among these fellas, and it's friendly fire.
Lucas Zeman was holding his back a little bit there, but
looked a little hobbled. Let's see if he makes the two free throws that he has. All right, he makes his first one. Doesn't seem to be fazed by getting a little hobbled there. Zeman for his second shot. Misses that, which is interesting because Zeman is 80% from the free throw line this season. Zeman for three. Off the rim, rebound. Glendale. Ting moving it up the court pretty fast. Ting back to Floyd. Floyd back to Ting. Ting out to Eder. Eder to Floyd. We have a foul on Santa Monica. Teddy Parham for reach in.
Zeman's having a little bit of trouble with those threes tonight. Not to say that he's not going to rebound from that, but at this point too, I think maybe start to drive it or give those mid-range shots a go too. So
that's Trej Floyd at the line, who's 38.8% from the field this season. Makes his first. Floyd is a 6'4" freshman.
A lot of growth still to come.
Literally. Makes the second and cuts this Corsair lead to 5. We got 3.5 to go in the first. 38-33 favor Corsairs. Chaston Mountain bringing it out for Santa Monica. Teddy Parham calling his man. Back to Mountain. Mountain bringing it up. Glendale playing press coverage. Back to Parham. Teddy Parham over to Zeman. Zeman up. Young with the rebound. Looks like he gets the foul and going to shoot two. Kyle Young, the 6'9" sophomore out of Beverly Hills High School. 7.5 rebounds per game. This kid does it all.
He really does. Very versatile player. And you know, SMC has a good history of moving players on to four-year colleges, so I really wouldn't doubt if Kyle Young and a lot of these other players do move on to do the same.
Young shooting his second, trying to go for 2 for 2. And he does. That 7-point lead in favor of the Corsairs, 40-33. Ting bringing the ball up. Ting to Eder. Eder back around to Hubel. Hubel to Banton. Banton making his move. Back to Eder. Eder to Ting. Ting up for 3. Oh, off the side of the rim. Corsair ball. Teddy Parham bringing it back up court. Parham over to DeGrade. DeGrade up for 3. Bounces it off the rim, but rebound Young. Young gets it taken away from Ting. Ting out to Hubel. Hubel up. Young tried to reach in for that one, but just barely missed. Hubel calming everything down as he goes up the court. Out to Banton. Banton to Ting. Ting back out to Banton. Banton around to Hubel. Hubel for 3. Off the rim. Young, big surprise there for the rebound. Mountain with the ball. That's Teddy Parham up for 3. Oh, he misses. We have a foul on Glendale underneath. That foul's on Tedden.
We got a short 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the half. Corsairs up 40-33.
And it's really anybody's game right now.
It truly is, because 7 points, that can flip in a second, so. All right, Kyle Young with the free throw. Just off the rim.
Just off the rim. It's all right, he's keeping his composure. He's smiling out there. He's having a good time.
There we go, positive attitude. I like it.
Off the rim, misses 2. That is rebounded by Tevin Kudetian. Kudetian to Ting. Ting calling for his man. Back out to Eder. Eder to Hubel. We have a whistle.
Got a timeout.
Timeout call. All right, minute 47 left to go here, 40-33 in favor of the Corsairs. How do you think both teams are going to close out this half, Kelly?
I can see it still staying a little pretty consistent. Still a couple more, I'm going to say at least, I don't know, 4 more points on each side, if not more. So they seem to be getting at least 2 each time, but they're keeping their composure, especially Teddy Parham on the Corsairs. He's one of their top players, but you can tell out there, he stays chill. Doesn't, everyone's been staying chill tonight, but.
Yeah, as calm as things have been, they've really been going at each other, though. So I kind of like the, you know, the give and go and the yin and the yangs.
They're friends and enemies, a little bit of both.
Calm but rough.
Exactly.
A little bit.
So yeah, as we stated before, you know, the Vaqueros really like to utilize the perimeter. Coach Dillasian says that this has always been successful for him every season. So he wants to continue to utilize that and really utilize the 3 ball. So we haven't seen as many 3-point shots tonight from them. I feel like more so with the Corsairs, actually.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they come out right now. And in the second half, there's obviously going to be adjustments being made at halftime. That's Ting with the ball. Minute and change left to go here in the first half. Vaqueros with a sense of urgency. That's Isaac Eder at the top of the key for the 3. Oh, off the rim. Just as the shot clock expires. And rebound. Eric Ting and in. Does it count?
We're waiting to see right now if that's going to count for the Vaqueros.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
He'll be shooting 1. Eric Ting at the line. Been all over the court tonight. And it's good. Cutting the Corsair lead to 4. All right, Corsairs slowly but surely bringing the ball up the court. That's Chaston Mountain, Mr. Point Man himself.
Coach Thomas right there wasn't too happy with that call before. He's talking to the ref.
That's Teddy Parham to Mountain. Mountain back to Parham. Parham underneath to Zeman. Zeman up with a shot, hits the net, but does not go in. Sarabian with the ball. Oh, almost a steal underneath.
All right, we're under a minute, everyone.
1 minute to go. Eder with a shot, no good. Doesn't count.
What do you think these discussions in the locker rooms at halftime are going to be like, Scott?
I honestly think they're going to say, keep doing what you're doing. There's going to be a few tweaks here and there, maybe to take a few more threes in favor of Glendale because they're so good at it. But if I'm the coach, I'm saying continue doing what you're doing because this is a close game, and really it's a tip of the shovel.
Isaac Eder on Glendale with the free throw, and he's got it. One more free throw for Isaac Eder. And he got both.
All right, Parham bringing it up court. 40-38 in favor of Corsairs. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Parham out to Mountain. Mountain back to Parham. Parham over to Hughes. Hughes up for three. Oh, off the rim. Glendale going for a rebound. Doesn't get it. Back out to Parham.
Ooh.
Oh, out of bounds. Santa Monica. Glendale ball.
Little miscommunication there, but it's moving fast.
Stephen Hubel bringing the ball out. Yes, it's definitely a fast-paced game. It's kind of like watching hockey, back and forth, back and forth.
That and, yeah, volleyball. Those are both sports where it's like you almost can't keep up.
Ting taking his time.
Using up that clock.
Using up that clock. 20 left on the shot clock from here. He likes where his team's at.
They're going to want to tie this up before half. I think they want to end this half on a 40-40 tie. See if they can make it happen.
7 left. Oh, turnover! Santa Monica. Oppajar with the ball.
Slow it down, slow it down. Okay.
He gets fouled. Offenar gets fouled underneath.
I think another discussion might be
Appenjar.
We got to be careful on the fouls because we want to keep those key players in and not fouled out.
Appenjar with his first bucket is good. The foul is on number 22, Isaac Eder. Amitai Appenjar shooting 2, made his first. Looking to make this a 42-38 game with 6.9 seconds left in the first half. This is the second. Glendale's going to come back fast the other way. That's Tresh Floyd to Banton. Banton up for 3. Ooh. Off the rim. And no, it does not go in.
Going into that second half with the Corsairs up 41-38.
3-point game, folks, right here at SMC Pavilion, and it is a doozy. We'll be back right after this for the second half. All right, folks, welcome back to the second half. In about 30 seconds, we'll be starting here with this nail-biter of a game. Right now, it's 41-38 in favor of the Santa Monica Corsairs. Miss Clement, what do the Corsairs have to do to maintain the lead, and what does Glendale have to do to take the lead?
Like you said before the half, I think the Corsairs just got to keep doing what they're doing. I think if the three-pointers aren't, meshing well, then they have to keep driving in because they are having a lot of luck with driving the ball. For the Vaqueros, they also got to keep up with their defense too. I think their defense is lacking at a little bit of a time, which is letting the Corsairs come in. So we're back at it, everyone.
Back at it. Andre Banton tries to get it out to number 32, Tarek Williams. It will go in favor of Santa Monica. Teddy Parham bringing it back the other way. Parham over to Mountain. Mountain to Parham. Parham to Agent Zero. Chiendu Igianu. Back to Parham. Affenjar. Too Young. Out to Parham. Mountain around the perimeter. Back out to Affenjar. Affenjar for three. Good!
Nice.
Nothing but net.
The threes are working for them now. Starting out hot with them.
Threes company for sure. Hubel with the ball for the Vaqueros. Hubel out to Isaac Eder. Eder playing lights out tonight, and it's in for two. Glendale cutting into this lead a little bit. Yanu to Mountain. Mountain back, passing it around on the outside of the three. Affenjar up. Young for the rebound. Young and in.
Kyle Young making his rebounds. You know, we are at, what, 127 before, and after this game, I believe we're going to be at least at 150. He's had quite a few tonight.
He is a good prospect right there. Isaac Eder with the ball out to Banton. Banton resetting. Banton up for his shot, off the rim. Big surprise there. Young with the rebound. Young out to Mountain. Mountain takes it up to Parham. Parham missed defensive rebound by Eder. Parham gets it in and one. Gonna go to the line for a free throw.
These free throws are key because, as we know, at the end of the game, if it ends up being pretty close, that's going to be what matters at the end. So
free throws are always like the supplemental income version of points in basketball.
Looks like Kyle Young's talking with one of the refs right now, debating one of the calls.
Misses his shot, but it's rebounded by Affenjar, putting it in for two. Three-point play for the Corsairs. Steven Hubel brings it up for his Vaqueros. Out to Ting. Ting up for three. Off the rim. Parham bringing it back the other way for the Corsairs. Up for Affenjar. Out of bounds. Tipped off his hand. Coming back the other way for Glendale. Glendale needs to slow it down just a little bit and take a little more control of their possessions.
They do, because as we know, when we are going too quickly, that is when sometimes the dribbling can get a little out of control, and it's easier to have those turnovers happen.
Banton misses his layup. Out to Agent Zero. Zero up to Parham. Parham to Affenjar. Affenjar again puts it in, and the Corsairs increase their lead by 12, 52-40. Timeout, Glendale, slowing this one down.
One thing the Corsairs kind of got to keep an eye out on is the passes can go a little long. And it looks like right now they're just getting there on time, but if there is a lack of communication at any time, then the pass is going to sneak right by them.
That's right, and you can't force anything. And that's what a lot of these guys do when the pressure's on, but you just keep playing your game and, see what ends up happening. Excuse me, that was not a timeout. There was a technical call on the court. That's Chasson Mountain taking his shots.
Both shots he's got.
Got both shots. Now Glendale has the ball coming in. That's Hubel with the ball. Up for Banton. Banton taking it around. Stolen by Young. Young to Mountain. Mountain up for a layup. Oh, off the side of the rim.
Corsairs bench getting excited over there. I will say that is a big part, too, in a team being successful during a game. The energy there and being supporting.
Confidence, yes.
Yeah. Yes, and the confidence right there. Having that supportive team behind you, though, means everything.
Definitely. It's Mountain at the line, shooting two. First one is good. Good if it goes. And it's in. Corsairs have increased their lead by 16.
Well, we got a foul right there.
We have a Corsair foul on the court.
We got a sub right there as well. We have number 11, Lucas Zeman, coming in.
Zeman's played a big part tonight in the Corsairs' success, too. No doubt.
Key player I didn't highlight in the beginning of the game, but someone who's really shown his stuff tonight.
Seems to be a bit of a debate on the court right now as to whose ball it is. Therefore, the refs have settled it. It will be Vaccaro's ball. Hubel outing the ball. Gives it to Ting. Ting bringing it up. Corsairs put the pressure on. Ting bringing it up. Out to Hubel. Hubel trying to play baseline. And there is a foul on the Corsairs. Glendale taking it out.
Kyle Young coming back in.
Mr. All-Star himself. Rage Floyd back out to Hubel. Hubel out to Isaac Eder. Eder underneath to Floyd. Floyd up, and it's good. Some much-needed points for the visiting team.
Corsairs got a pretty good lead going on right now. Highest of the game so far, 56-42. If they can keep consistently scoring these points and up this lead, they got a good chance of making this 3-game win streak happen.
Oh, and the dunk by big surprise himself, Mr. Young.
Mr. Young has got the dunk. Haven't seen one from him all night. It was time.
He was waiting for the right time. Clutch moments. Long three by Isaac Eder from downtown.
Bringing back the perimeter game.
Parham out to Mountain. Mountain back to Parham. Parham over to Igiandu. Igiandu out to Parham. Parham over to Mountain. Mountain back to Parham. Parham for three. Oh, off the side. Ford waiting for it to go back. Ford waiting for it to go out of bounds, and Hubel's going to bring it in. Andre Benton bringing it up. It's a foot race down to the other side of the court. Benton out to Ford. Ford taking it underneath, baseline, up, blocked. Santa Monica. Santa Monica taking it back the other way. Teddy Barham up for a layup, and in.
Teddy's hot tonight.
He's
been making those shots.
Benton back with the ball. Ford trying to set a pick. Floyd trying to set a pick. We have a foul.
Corsairs foul. Number 15, Kyle Young. His third foul.
Foul is on Kyle Young. Hubel bringing it out to Floyd. Floyd taking his time. Out to Hubel, Hubel over to Eder. Eder up for a layup. We got another foul. Foul on Teddy Parham. It's his third of the night.
We got to keep him in this game. That he is a crucial player for Santa Monica.
Andre Benton from the top. Out to Floyd. Floyd fake pumps. Back out to Ting. Ting underneath. Up. Oh, and it's off the backboard and in. It's good. Teddy Parham bringing it back the other way for the Santa Monica Corsairs. Out to Mountain. Mountain taking his time. Parham taking his time. Out to Igiandu. Igiandu back to Mountain. Mountain underneath to Young. Oh, Young misses a rare miss for him. Hubel up to the court, takes his shot. Rebound, Teddy Parham. Slowing it down a little bit to milk a little more clock. Up to Zeman. Zeman back to Parham. Parham out to Mountain. Mountain back to Parham. Around the perimeter, Zeman up, and it's good, nothing but net.
Lot of perimeter passing that the Corsairs are taking advantage of, but it's working well for them.
It's no surprise they're They're doing everything strategically. It's exactly like they drew up in the game plan, and it's working out for them.
You can tell that after the half, they have definitely, they're still playing quickly, but they have slowed it down just a little bit so they can control the ball a little bit better there. They are utilizing that passing game and making sure, all right, this is the right moment right here to make this shot happen.
62-47 in favor of the Corsairs right now. 14-19 left to go in the second half.
I'm also surprised we haven't seen as many threes from Andre Banton tonight, because he actually is number 8 in the leaderboard for three-point shots. He has a 43.3 percentage, so we'll see if we see some more of those from him tonight.
Break out the big brass. Hubo finding his man, has Floyd. Floyd taking up court, guarded by the big man, Mr. Young. Etienne underneath. Floyd takes his shot and for the layup, and it's good. 62-49, favor of the Corsairs. Parham out to Igiandu. Igiandu, Parham. Around the perimeter she goes. Young with the ball, out to Zeman. Underneath the Young. Young off the board and in.
He's
the
back.
Big man does it again.
And it's all natural for him. He does it, he gets back on defense, and he's back at it again.
Ting on the outside. Underneath, and it's good for number 11, Tevin Kudetian. We have a 13-point game here with 13:15 to go in the second half. Corsairs with 4 fouls left to give. The visiting Glendale Vaqueros with 3 fouls left. It's getting a little chippy out there amongst both teams, but good sportsmanship nonetheless.
So it looks like number 20 on Glendale, Trej Floyd, shoulder's bothering him. He's going over right now by the meds. He's getting it checked out. It looks like his left shoulder. He's kind of scrunching it up a little bit, holding it with his right hand.
They can't afford to lose him tonight.
No, he's been doing great things for them, making a lot of those shots right there. And it looks like he's kind of explaining what happened. Okay, so sports medicine, they're pushing it up, kind of grabbing onto it a little bit.
Massaging the shoulder a bit, get him ready to go for the rest of this second half. I think he's going to be all right, personally. Timeouts are up. Corsairs look pretty confident on their side. Glendale trying to figure a way to come back into this game as they did at the end of the first half. What's changed here?
I truly think it's been for the Corsairs, like I stated before, them kind of slowing things down a little bit. That's been crucial in it because both teams were moving pretty quickly before, and it was resulting in a couple turnovers. They haven't gotten as many fouls, too. We got to keep that at bay to keep all their key players in.
Parham bringing it up, and we have an early foul.
Looks like Floyd is still talking over there about his shoulder. They were doing a couple exercises, moving the arms up, out to the side. So we'll see if he makes his way back in. We'll keep you posted with that.
Foul was on number 11, Tevin Kudatian. Parham bringing it out. Seem to have an issue with the clock.
Let's see, we're trying to figure out what okay.
All right, ball into Parham. Parham out to Igiandu, back to Parham. Looks like we had another foul on Glendale.
His fourth, 15th foul. Into the game for the Vaqueros, number 35, Andres O'Robbins.
Parham ins it to Young. Young back out to Parham. Parham up for 3. Oh, nothing but net. Swoosh.
A lot of nothing but net shots happening tonight.
Sweet 67-51. Bent underneath, back out to Ting. Double dribble on Ting, going back the other way for Santa Monica. This is what we were alluding to earlier, folks, with Glendale, forcing the shots, forcing the passes, and you start to make mistakes.
Exactly, because they are good at being quick, don't get me wrong. Like Eric Ting, very skilled dribbler, he's very fast, but you just gotta slow things down just a little bit. And all right, Corsairs.
Oh, tries for another dunk, goes over the rim, back in Ting's hands. Ting passes it up. Kudatian.
Oh, and the refs are saying that it was on the line and it was out, so Corsairs ball it is.
Oh, Chaston Mountain is hobbling a little bit over there. Looks like he's going to go to the sideline. He's been the player to look out for tonight.
Definitely.
Based on playing time and effect on the game. They cannot afford to lose him right now.
Looks like it's his left leg. He's grabbing his calf area. It could just be a little bit of, a Charlie horse there. It could be a cramp, but
we'll see what happens.
Hopefully nothing more than that.
But I also think Santa Monica has the depth to get it done, too, so we'll find out.
They have talent all around, honestly, so.
Kudatian inning the ball, but a timeout is called before we get this part started.
It looks like it's definitely a cramp. They're working it out right now, massaging the calf a little bit, kind of stretching that Achilles, the hamstring.
Yeah, so we got 12:04 left to go in the second half here. 67-51 Corsair lead. Now, Glendale has not won a game on the road yet. What do they have to do to finish this game off and make a complete upset comeback?
Here's the thing, Scott. They have talent. I mean, we see it tonight. They have a lot of talented players, but I think it is a matter of communication, too. They all need to be on the same page, so we're seeing a little bit of miscommunication with some people playing a little faster than others, passes happening too soon, and forcing shots, like you said before. That has to slow down, because if they continue to force shots, then those are just going to be wasted opportunities right there.
Right you are, and Glendale coming back out with a note of confidence it looks like they have. SMC pretty much no strangers to having the lead here tonight. What they're going to do is likely slow it down a little bit when they have possession of the ball, milk a little bit of clock, and it all adds up to a probable win. We got number 15, the big man, Kyle Young, in the game for the Corsairs.
I want to see another dunk from Kyle Young. What about you? Oh,
I want to see plenty more dunks from him. That's Corsair ball. Teddy Parham outing the ball from the sideline. That's Daiquiri Hughes, standing right beside him, playing point. Hughes back to Parham, Parham to Hughes. Hughes around to Iggy Andu, back to Hughes to Parham. Playing around the world with each other right now.
That brings back some memories right there. Playing out with friends in the driveway, basketball camp.
Oh yeah, I always love that game. Looks like it was a 3-second violation underneath. 4-second violation. Out to Isaac Eder. Eder bringing the ball up, calling his shot, literally. Eder out to Hugo. Kudatian back to Hugo. Hugo up for three. Off the rim. Young with the rebound. Back the other way. Santa Monica Corsairs. That's number 1, Teddy Parham. A lot of game time for him tonight. Out to Iggy Andu. Iggy Andu out to Hughes. Hughes back to Iggy Andu. Parham up for the three, off the rim. Eder bringing it back the other way for the Vaqueros. Regains control of the ball, up for his three. Oh, swoosh!
Utilizing that 3 game right there.
All right. Hughes up for his 2, but we have a double dribble.
Going in for Glendale, number 2, Eric Ting.
10:30 to
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead, Scott.
10:30 to go in the second half. 67-54 in favor of the Corsairs. Corsairs with 4 fouls left to give. Corsairs with 4 team fouls. Vaqueros with 5. Sarabian
Ooh.
up and underneath.
We could have had a potential injury there, but it looks like
Everybody's all
everyone's
right.
good. Kyle
Especially-
Young was underneath. It looks like he got stepped on just a little bit, hopefully not with the full weight.
Kyle Young, his 4th, his team foul.
So that was a foul on Kyle Young right there.
Sarabian at the line, shooting 2. Makes his first.
That was a flawless free throw right there. Kyle Young subbing out.
Sarabian for a second, and it's good. Cutting the lead to 12. Santa Monica back the other way. Zeman over to Parham. Parham
Oh,
up to DeGray. DeGray loses control of the ball. It's taken by Eder. Eder up to Benton. Underneath is Arabian. Oh, gets his own rebound, barely, but it is taken control by the Corsairs. That's number 1, Teddy Parham, bringing it back the other way. Parham out to Hughes. That's DeGray for his 3. Off. Zeman with the rebound. Up. Off. And it's good. Appinger for 2.
little update on number 20, Floyd, for the Vaqueros. He's still out with that shoulder injury, and it looks like actually right now he's going to be subbing back in.
All right.
So the shoulder injury was not game over for him. Floyd coming back in right now.
9:30 to go here in the second half. 69-56 in favor of the Corsairs. Outing the ball is Zeman to Parham. Parham back to Zeman. Oh, he loses control. Oh, it's the little things that count. You got to hold on to that ball. Watch your dribbling.
Like we were saying, Scott, that's all a part of slowing things down a little
Keeping your
bit.
composure, yeah.
We've mentioned it a lot throughout the game, but it is key.
Ting with the ball. Calling his man. Out to Eder. Eder back out to Hubel. Oh, intercepted by Zeman. Zeman up to DeGray. DeGray taking it for a layup. Up. Oh, off the backboard. Out of bounds on Glendale. Santa Monica ball. Oh, excuse me. Glendale ball.
What's going to be key for the Corsairs as well is when they are going up for those shots, I think they have to stop and take a second because they are happening pretty quickly.
And there's plenty of time for this
There
Glendale
is.
team to come back in this one. Ben out top to Ting. Ting over to Hubel. Hubel underneath to Eder. Eder up for his shot. Off the rim, rebound, Oppenjar. Oppenjar to Teddy Parham. Bringing it back the other way are the Corsairs. Hughes back to Parham. Parham out to DeGrate. Parham, Zeman. Oppenjar. Out to DeGrate.
Oh.
The reverse by Mr. 23, Eli DeGrate, who's hitting 41.5% from the field goal this season, folks. He's a freshman from Glendale, as a matter of fact. Taking it to his hometown team.
He's like, I got to show up tonight, you know?
Right. Isaac Eder with the ball for Glendale. Out to Hubel, out to Ting from the side. 3, good.
Now we see the Vaqueros definitely utilizing the three-point game more than they were the first half.
Yep.
But as we just saw with the Corsairs right before, when they were slowing it down and playing that perimeter game and then they feed it in through the middle, that's when we see it all come together. So if they can continue to do that, then they'll see a win tonight.
There's a song I haven't heard in a while.
Who's got the power? Who do you think?
I've got the power. That's what it's called.
You guys want to know why Scott has the power? Because he proposed over the holidays. So congratulations to you, Scott.
Thank you. I got engaged. Very happy with it. Hello, Jacqueline. I love you. Probably not even watching this.
Little shout out. We're on live TV, everyone.
We're on live TV, live YouTube television right now.
That's where the future is.
8 minutes to go in the second half. Corsairs up 71-59. Last score made by the Vaqueros was a three-pointer by Eric Ting, who's had plenty of game time to really prove his worth. Right now for the Corsairs, we have Zeman taking it out. Looks like Parham's going to call the point. And he does. Playing press coverage are the Vaqueros. DeGreat out to Parham. Parham out to Dijon Hughes, back to Parham. Parham over to DeGreat, back to Parham. Out to Dijon Hughes.
This is where they do well. Let's see if they can execute.
Hughes up
hey,
and
there we
in.
go.
Churning away at the lead right here are the Corsairs.
Eric Ting calling the play right now.
Out to Eder. Eder to Hubel. Hubel underneath. Eder getting double teamed.
Ooh.
Shot clock was at 8.
Looks like they're saying it's Vaqueros' ball. I wasn't sure right there either. I thought it did
Looked
look
like
like
they
it
said
came off.
Vaqueros' ball, and when Santa Monica dove to get it, the
it must have just
last one off of his hand.
Yeah.
I think it was Eli DeGreat. Ting inbounds it. Oh, intercepted by Teddy Parham.
He got a turnover.
Is it good? No.
Look
but he
at
gets fouled before the shot.
Teddy showing a little slight celebration there. Usually pretty composed. You don't see much of that out of him.
I think Santa Monica is okay with this lead right now. I think they got this one in the bag.
They're
We're going to find
good.
out in 7 minutes and 11 seconds.
However, as we know, 7 minutes is still a lot of time, so they can't
with all the stuff.
be too confident. I mean, to be confident, yes, but three-pointer.
DeGreat misses. Parham with the rebound, and good as the bucket goes. Ting out to Eder. Eder to Banton. Still waiting for that three. Oh, we have a kicked ball. Still waiting for that three by Mr. Andre Banton.
I know. I'd like to see one. And a couple more dunks by Kyle Young, too.
I think we would all like to see that. Hubel inbounds the ball. Back to Eder.
Looks like they're slowing things down a little bit right now.
Just a little bit. Ting under to Banton. Banton out to Hubel. Hubel for his three. Off the rim. Rebound Parham. Parham over to Hughes. Hughes up. Oh! What is the call? Who got the basket? Who'd they count the basket for?
It should have been for Afenar, right? 14?
Offenjar.
Afenjar, yes.
Out to
Scott
Eder.
always saving me.
There it is, the three-pointer that they so desperately needed here late in the second half. Glendale playing a tough press defense right now. Hughes up to 23.
Go for the
DeGreat.
three.
Oh, and the foul. Hey, dunks the ball, but doesn't count. Did not count.
Offenjar
That
tried
upsets
driving that one in. He's definitely got a lot of power, too, so
His third, 17th foul.
we got 7 fouls now for Glendale. And we got Offenjar at the line.
Good if it goes, and it does.
Nice. One more shot for Offenjar. And it's good.
All right, 2 for 2 right now, increasing that lead to 15. Hubel with the ball. Eder.
Scott, what's a confident lead in your opinion? Where do the Corsairs need to get to feel good?
Well, that three-pointer sure just put a little damper, just a slight, but not by much. To answer your question, right now we have a 12-point lead in favor of the Corsairs. I mean, it's anybody's game, but I think the Corsairs pretty much have this one in the bag. I'd be confident enough with it as long as I'm continuing to play my game and slow it down a notch.
Yeah, I'm confident in them as well. They just gotta continue playing the game they have been playing and keep that steady defense going as well.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Young at the line. He can dunk, he can shoot free throws, he can do it all, folks.
He's a defense, offense, you name it.
Master of all
Dunker.
trades right there. DeGreat with a rebound, tries to get it, coming back the other way for Glendale. Ting underneath, out to Eder. Eder up for three, good!
And it's in.
77-68 is a tight one right now.
I was just gonna say, I know you said that.
Single
you thought
digits
the
right
Corsairs
now,
had it,
9-point
but
game. This, yeah.
just like in the first half where it was neck and neck, I could see it potentially getting back to that. So
Glendale's just got to play a press defense, keep them coming at them. You know, stay clean on the other side. Try not to get any personal fouls or forced fouls. Just let Santa Monica take their shots from the outside. Hope they miss, get those rebounds, bring it back the other way, and shoot your three.
as far as division-wide, Santa Monica, they're in the South Division. They're number 2. Glendale is number 5 in the East Division right now. So Santa Monica a little bit ahead. And here after last season, they did come off a losing season. So they were really looking to make a comeback this year, especially with head coach Joshua Thomas. He had a lot of plans for the team. He's coming in new, and he has a lot of great experience under his belt as well.
Definitely, and you got to love that type of pedigree with experience. You know how to play with a lead. Excuse me, you know how to come from behind when you're trailing. He's got it all. He's both coaches here are really good coaches. They understand the game.
Definitely.
They understand the players. They can relate to them, and that's what's making this such a good game. Dejon Hughes outing the ball. Oh, nearly picked off by Eder. Hughes up top. Out to Young. Young up. Oh, banks it off the board, and it increases their lead back to 11. Eric Ting bringing it back the other way. Out to Hubel. Hubel to Ting. Up for three, good! Is the three-pointer from downtown. Mr. Hubel, 8-point lead in favor of the Corsairs. Parham, under to Offenjar, misses it, clean defensive block, coming back the other way for this Glendale team, hoping to close their lead. Good, Andre Banton, quick fast break point. Up to Young, out of bounds, coming back the other way for Glendale. This is exciting,
I know,
folks.
I was going to say, my heart rate is definitely going up right now.
4.5 to go, 6-point lead. Think about it, just minutes ago, there's a 15-point lead in favor of the Corsairs, and we were just talking about what Glendale has to do to come back in this game.
You said you saw them taking it home. I said, I don't know. I can see it getting neck and neck again, and here we are.
I know, I spoke too soon, and clearly Glendale is in this one to win it. Let's find out what they do in the last 4 minutes of this game. Hubel up for his three, forced it through the air. Off Glendale's foot, it'll be Santa Monica ball. They gotta continue playing that kind of defense and we'll have something, possible overtime.
Another thing I've seen in the last minute, the aggression has turned up a notch too. A little bit more aggressive than they have been all game too.
Definitely, they know they're still in this one. Hughes over to DeGrate, DeGrate out to Zeman, Zeman out to Parham, Parham for his three. Off the rim. All right, looks like we have Glendale ball after that one. 3:53 to go in the closing minutes of this game, folks. 79-73 Corsair lead. Glendale closing in on it. Let's see what they do. We have a little slippery spot on the floor over there. Let's hope someone brought their ice skates.
Scott with the jokes tonight.
That's me. Newly engaged jokester.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's like pre-dad jokes there.
That's right. Gotta have them. Ben.
Oh, and that's gonna be Corsairs, right?
Smart play
Yeah.
on the Corsairs. Chaston Mountain bringing it out. Looks like his calf is okay. Not walking so gingerly anymore. Parham bringing it up. Hughes back out to Parham. Santa Monica taking their time with this possession. Shot clock down to 12. Out to Hughes, Hughes up. Air ball. Banton gets it. Out to Ting. Ting bringing it up, back to Banton. Banton brings it up. Underneath for a layup. Oh, he's fouled, and it goes, and the one.
Was a little bit of a streak without a foul there, actually. So let's see what's happening now.
And they count it, and it looks like Glendale's in the bonus. So, Andre Banton, Mr. All-Star himself for Glendale, will be taking his one shot here for a three-point play to close the lead to 3 points.
Andre's a pretty good free throw shooter, too.
Makes it, takes advantage of his shot, and does it again. 79-76 in the closing minutes. I'm excited, you're excited, everybody here is excited, except maybe Santa Monica College.
We're looking over, the fans are a little stoked tonight. I think they're still kind of in those like post-New Year holiday blues, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Mountain out to Hughes. Hughes out to DeGrate, back to Hughes. Around the perimeter as they've done all night, which has worked out pretty good for them. Mountain over to Young. Young out to Parham. Parham underneath to Young.
Oh,
Young
there
for
we
the
go.
bucket, and the reverse goes in the hoop. Glendale bringing it back the other way. Hubel slowing it down a notch.
All coaches on their feet right now. They are nervous just like us, staying composed though.
We have a foul on Santa Monica.
Kyle Young looking a little frustrated there. And Coach Thomas too, he has his hands up in the air. He's saying how? He does not understand why this was a foul.
Glendale going to the line is Andre Banton.
Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, was that Kyle Young's 5th tonight?
It may have been, which is why they're sitting him. Banton makes his first.
That's going to be tough. You know, Kyle is one of their key players, and with
He's the underneath man. They need him to get those rebounds on missed shots. 2:23 to go. Banton at the line, 81-77 in favor of the home team. Makes his second shot, cuts that lead to 3. Glendale, no surprise there, playing a pressure defense. Oh, what a defensive play by Isaac Etter. Ball goes off of Mountain's knee. Glendale gets the ball back. They have a chance to tie the game here after a 15-point deficit just minutes ago.
that all changes very quickly. We said 7 minutes before. Is that when? But 7 minutes is a lifetime in these sports, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, it sure is, especially as a spectator, a fan, you name it, even as an athlete, too. Now, there's a much-needed timeout for both teams here. What do you foresee down the wire here? What do the Corsairs have to do? What does Glendale have to do?
I'm going to first predict. I'm going to say that I think Corsairs do have it. They just have to stay consistent with what they're doing right now. It looks like they're most successful when they are passing it along the perimeter and feeding it through the middle when they find that open person. However, that open person for a lot of the time was Kyle Young. So if Kyle Young isn't coming back for the rest of the game, I believe he is fouled out, then they're going to have to make it happen without him, which I believe they can do. They have a lot of talent there. As far as Glendale goes, they got to stay on that defense because they keep letting the Corsairs come through the middle. So if they can stop them from getting more points, because they're only 3 down, so they could easily get back up pretty quickly now.
Yeah, and it's no, you know, despite the fact that Glendale is 6-10 and they have not won on the road, they're scoring 71.1 points per game, which is pretty respectable.
Yep.
When you compare it to Santa Monica's 76.9 points per game. They obviously haven't closed out, but this is their chance to do that right now.
Definitely.
And if there's a time to do it, there's no better time than
It's now, and they're hungry for it.
They're
you
hungry
can tell
for it.
right
I can
now.
see it right now with the way they're playing. It's a very exciting game, folks. I'm pumped for the finish.
Here we go. We're back at it.
Kubel bringing it out to Eder. Eder having a lot of game time tonight. Definitely a game changer in this one. Andre Benton taking it around.
Looks like they just put in a new player as well, too. Tarek Williams just came in for Glendale.
He's been in a few times tonight.
Yeah, he started for them as well, so.
Kubel out to Eder. Shot clock down to 6, 5. Eder up for 3. Oh, he hits it from downtown. What a shot! Ties the game with 1:46 to go in this game.
That shot was flawless, and their bench right now, a little bit more excitement than we've seen throughout the game.
No pressure, no diamonds, as they say.
Does that correlate with your fiance?
Not, yeah, kind of.
Teddy Parham back with the ball.
Sense of urgency here for Santa Monica. Eric Ting with a foul. Santa Monica going to the line to regain the lead with a $1:34 to go here in the second half.
Teddy's a good free throw shooter, so have confidence in these. And I spoke a little too soon. That
You
came
jinxed him.
I did. I apologize for that, Teddy.
That's the announcer's jinx. And I truly believe in those jinxes, too, because every time I'm watching sports on television, I hear the announcer say something for my favorite team, and I'm like, oh, great, you're going to ruin it for everyone.
Ruin it for me, so.
Yeah.
Well, however, I did say that I thought it was going to be neck and neck, and you're right, so maybe I did jinx it for the Corsairs then, because then all of a sudden Glendale came back at it.
Right, right. This is a great game. This is one of the best games I've ever had the honor of calling. 81-81, tie ball game. It doesn't get any better than this. Both teams are at their benches, talking to their coaches. What are the coaches saying right now?
Also, one thing I want to note right before I get to that, Scott, is both of these teams have a history of coming back, too. So they have games where they've been down 20-plus points, and then all of a sudden, in the last 10 minutes, they're coming back to close to a tie game.
Yeah.
But I think both of the coaches right now, they look, their energy, they're like, all right, I'm going to keep calm right now, but let's go. Come on, you guys. I mean, it's game time right now. It's do
go
or
time.
die.
It's go time. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes into a little bit of overtime here. Kubel taking the ball out for Glendale right now, having a chance to get the lead for the first time in a long time. Ting with the ball, calling his man. Out to Hubel. Hubel to Banton. Bant under to Hubel. Hubel up. And it goes.
And that was a foul as well, too.
And one. Yes, it was indeed a foul. Glendale having a chance to take a 3-point lead after Glendale had a 15-point lead just minutes ago.
After the Corsairs, you mean, had the 15-point?
Corsairs, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
3-point lead in favor of the visitors, who have not won on the road yet this season, but things change.
But when you're hungry, this is what's going to happen. If you stay determined throughout the game and keep that, fast pace, then it's going to be to your advantage.
Zeman up for three. Oh, no pressure, no diamonds, like I said before. Mr. Zeman for the three.
The gym now, you guys, the gym's rocking. Everyone's on their feet.
Everybody's excited. Now, just under a minute to go in this game. Glendale ball, shot clock at 25. Q-Bell with it.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. What's gonna happen?
Banton with the ball, shot clock to 15. Outside to Eder. Eder to Ting.
Is Ting gonna go up?
Oh, stolen! Nope. Chaston Mountain bringing it back the other way for the Corsairs.
Don't look behind, slow it down.
Out to Hughes.
We got a call.
We have a call on the court.
Ting thought that was going to be a foul before, but honestly, from my perspective, I don't know about yours, but he wasn't touched there, so I think...
It looked like a clean slate coming back the other way. 27.3 to go here. Shot clock at 22, 84-84. It doesn't get much better than this, folks, especially after New Year's. This is my present to you.
Scott's giving you guys a late gift. We got a timeout right now.
I think Santa Monica College and Glendale College are giving a gift to the rest of us. This is the gift of competitiveness.
Who's going to end up with the true gift, though, is the question.
That is true. I was never one for ties, and in football they have ties, and I really can't stand it when a team ties, because in life there are winners, there are losers. You learn from losing, you learn from winning.
I am such a sucker though for close basketball games. I love when the teams might not want it to be neck and neck, but these are exciting games for me. It definitely, the energy in the gym, the energy here, it's electric.
Oh yeah. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. It's electric. Just think about it. Just 5 minutes ago, the Corsairs had a 15-point lead.
I know, and
look at this.
Scott, I'm not as surprised because for some reason, I'm a big manifester.
We also jinxed it, obviously.
I wasn't jinxing or manifesting, but I had a feeling. That's what I'm going to say. I had a feeling that Glendale had it in them. And they do, obviously.
They have a lot of fight, and it's no secret that they're a high-scoring team, and they hit most of their three-pointers. They don't look phased at all. They're not going to flinch, and neither is Santa Monica at this point. At this juncture, it is anybody's game. 27.3 to go. Mountain out to Parham. Parham with the ball. 18 to go on the shot clock. 20 on the game clock.
They're slowing things down. They're eating up the time.
Going to try and get his shot at around 7 seconds. Parham up for his three. It's good! It's good! 4.8 seconds to go! Takes the lead, 87-84. Other way. It's off the backboard. What a finish. I can't believe it. 87-84.
Shivers all over my body right now.
That was, what an ending. Parham, unfazed, makes his three the other way. Gets the lead. This is every announcer's dream to see something like this. What a finish.
I have that internal shake going on right now, where it's just like the excitement.
I see it. It's too bad the folks at home can't see it. I can feel the seat trembling a little bit.
This brings me back to an interview that I had with Coach Thomas. He did say, he's like, one thing about our team that makes us, be able to carry out these games is they're close. They hang out with each other outside of just being teammates. So they are friends, and I think at the end of the day, we see that too. They all are communicating well. They have relationships with one another, and that makes for a successful team at the end of the day. What a game, everyone.
All right. So we had quite a game tonight, Kelly. Final score 87-84 in favor of the home team Santa Monica Corsairs, especially with that last second shot by Teddy Barham.
Unbelievable.
2 seconds to go. Like, what do you make of a game like this?
I'm still trying to comprehend it right now. Like I told you, I was shivers all over my body, internally shaking. I mean, what an incredible game. I have to say on both ends, incredible effort, the drive, the energy, the fast pace. I mean, overall, both teams played great. Either way it went, it's a great game, but the Corsairs did stay with it, and they deserve the win. They do.
Oh yeah, that was a tremendous game amongst both teams, highly competitive. 15-point lead for the Corsairs with just 5-6 minutes left to go in the game. And Glendale showed no signs of failing. They were wonderful in coming back in this game, but Santa Monica got it done. That holds Glendale to still no road wins to this day.
They were close, but just came a little short. But like you said, you felt it. You felt the Corsairs had it. So excellent game.
And now we have Coach Joshua Hughes.
Come on
Josh
in,
Thomas.
Coach.
Excuse me, Josh Thomas.
We were just talking, I was saying, in a previous interview with you, the first game of the season, that you said a big reason of your guys' success, too, is the way you guys mesh together as a team. These players are friends outside of just being teammates. Do you think that plays a part in these successes for you guys?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think players who like each other and who get along with each other, that makes a really big difference. So as far as the closeness of the group and having maybe pretty much half of like a season go by now, that has certainly helped a whole lot. The guys are pretty close.
And what was that discussion like in the locker room at halftime?
I was really disappointed at half. We shot 35%. We're 14 of 40 from the field. Glendale did a great job. They shot 50%. They made 10 of 11 free throws. So I told our guys, I said, we really, in every home game, we really struggled in the first half all the time. So, and just in general, we struggle with starting the game with the right mentality. I think in the second half we saw that. But it wouldn't be no different than any other speech. I mean, we were 5 of 21 from three. They had a lot of wide open looks, and we missed a lot of wide open baskets. So sometimes the ball doesn't fall in the hole, and that's happened with us quite a bit this season. But, I just said you guys have to take accountability of your play and your production. So initially we responded, but we struggle we just really struggle trying to keep staying consistent and being really good and making who we are as a team.
Definitely.
We can do it in spurts where we struggle with maintain a game.
How do you discipline your team, like when it comes to the closing minutes there with Glendale coming back and taking the lead? What do you say to them during a timeout to keep their heads in the game as they've been playing all along?
Well, I said hats off to number 22. He was making some really big threes late in the game. And then toward the end, we got a little frozen. In the second half, our guys didn't really want to shoot threes because they were struggling. And we did want to emphasize getting the ball in the paint. But I just remind them, hey, it's a game. And luckily we've had, I wouldn't say luckily, but we've had a lot of close games this year. So now they're a little bit more familiar with the moment. And the last play, I just drew it up for, I think, Teddy, number one. He's one of our He's one of our players who's probably the most fearless on the team. He makes big shots.
We saw that, definitely.
And so I drew it up for him to come off a pick and just kind of make a play. And I knew he wanted the ball, and he, to his, kudos to him. He made a big play. I mean, I believe in players making plays. So right there, it wasn't nothing special I did. He just made a play.
I was saying after he made that shot at the end, it's every announcer's dream to see that happen, just to get excited and see the crowd get riled up and everything. And I'm sure you had chills going up.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I was more focused on we need to continue to guard. There was like 4 seconds left on the clock. So some of our guys were celebrating. I'm like, match up. So that's what I was focused on.
True.
But still, our team has to learn how to really I still think, and hats off to Glendale. They're a very good team. But I think that there was a point where basically we were controlling the game and the pace. And we have to learn to learn how to control it throughout the game. So, I mean, I'm glad we got the win, but I'm not happy in the fashion that it was.
That was one thing I noticed when you guys came back after the half is you started to kind of slow things down a little bit. The passing along the perimeter really made things happen a lot. Is that something you guys practice as well too, of that outside passing and driving it through the middle?
Yeah, it's amazing. In practice, we can do a lot of the things that I'm asking for. Sometimes in the games, it doesn't show itself, but we move the ball a little bit better. We were more patient, trying to search for like the actual type of shots that we wanted. So like I said, we got a lot of layups, a lot of shots in the paint. And that's what we wanted. But in the first half, granted, we had wide open looks.
Yeah.
It wasn't falling, but we weren't moving the ball like we should.
Well, excellent game, like you said. Kudos to Glendale as well, but
Yeah.
you guys deserved it. So I'm excited for you guys and
Yes.
see what you're going to bring to the table for the rest of the season.
Likewise.
We hope so. We're definitely looking forward to league. I think our first league game is on the 26th. And I believe it's at home against West LA. So that game should be really good. West LA is a very, very good team as well. So we're looking forward to it. But we're just taking it day by day to get better.
That's the way to go about it. Well, thanks for your time, Coach Thomas, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you
Thank
very
you, guys.
much,
Happy New
Coach
Year.
Josh
Thanks, you
Thomas.
as well.
Happy New Year, too.
Yes.
Pleasure.
Yeah, what a game to bring in the new year.
Thank
That's
you.
for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that was Coach Josh Thomas discussing how his team got the win and his personal feelings on the finish, hoping that it doesn't come to that anymore this year. From Santa Monica Sports Television Network, I'm Scott Lieberman, and this is my partner in crime, Kelly Clement. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you.